Many fans of South African stand-up comedian Trevor were left disappointed here in Bengaluru after his show, which was scheduled in Bengaluru at Manyata Tech Park, was cancelled at the last minute due to certain technical snags. The show began. Trevor he came to the stage. He started his opening act of the particular show, but a few audience sitting at the rear end of the hall, where the show was taking place, couldn't hear him properly. So what they did was they went and complained to the manager, and the show was stopped. Trevor took a 5-minute break, but later he had to come back to the stage and announce that the show was cancelled due to poor sound quality network. Well, certain audiences thought it was a joke, but later it was formally announced by the organizers that it was officially cancelled. And a few took to Twitter to complain that the Book My Show, which had organized the show, didn't make any proper necessary preparations in order to host such comedian of international repute. So, Harish, sir, what do you think went wrong when it comes to preparations and hosting such international comedian of such repute?
Well, if you look at what has happened here, everything has gone wrong. Nothing has gone right. Right? Perhaps just the profit that the organizers got or the ticket bookings that happened, that's the only thing probably that went right. After that, everything has gone wrong. Look at the complaints. It's in a narrow road, doesn't have proper access road. When you're talking about getting hundreds of people in there, absolutely chaos in terms of parking, where to park, parking stickers. It begins there. Many of them saying that, in fact, there were a lot of people searching for parking area. They couldn't get into the venue. And the venue itself is a problem. It's not a venue for a comedy show or any sort of a show that will need this kind of a interaction or performance, right? If you look at that show, many people have said it's almost a Amazon warehouse kind of a structure. It doesn't have a proper stage, doesn't have any sort of proper seating area. That's the reason you do not have acoustics that's required for such kind of a show. And many others also saying that even something as basic as ensuring proper food, proper network for people to make payments on UPI or scan any code or go to any website, that wasn't there. Organizers didn't ensure parking. They also didn't ensure that people who come there have enough information, whether it was about food, toilets, it's about whether the show will happen on time, will it start at 7:30, will it start at 8, absolutely chaotic, and no communication from the organizers. And many saying that, as you rightly mentioned, when you get someone of his stature, the basic one needs to do is ensure that you have a proper auditorium for that with a decent acoustics. In fact, colleges in Bangalore, Akshara, have better auditoriums with better acoustics for any sort of event. Now, it's difficult to believe that a reputed organizer couldn't find a venue in Bengaluru for such an incredible star, such a huge popular star coming to Bangalore. What does this do now? It dents the image of Bengaluru unnecessarily. One, as many stand-up comedians in India have pointed out, there are better venues in India, in Bengaluru to be very specific, and the crowd is also decent. And you've ended up booking a venue that's nowhere with no proper access road, no parking, no acoustics. Basically, it's supposed to be perhaps a wedding reception hall, not for a stand-up comedy show. And the organizers have really ensured that the city's image takes a beating. And one fears that now it gives Trevor enough content for his show whenever he wants to take a dig at Bangalore or India.
Well, yes, absolutely. So that's the case with Trevor Nova's shows that was cancelled here in Bengaluru. Hopefully, this will turn out to be a better lesson for any organizers organizing such or hosting any such important events here in the IT city of Bengaluru.